normal for tourism professionals. And I would love to welcome you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for connecting from around the globe. And today we have a very, very special guest, and that is Betty. Betty is Mexican, but she is actually living in Istanbul, Turkey. And she is one of the star YouTubers who actually monetizes with her YouTube channel. That means that she actually makes money with her YouTube channel. And we have her as a special guest. I'm very impressed with what she's been doing in only a year. But we will get back to that later on. By the way, please say in the chat, tell us in the chat where you're from, where you're connecting from, say hello, and so we can actually say hello to everybody.
Yes.
So I know Nikki is here, Francesca I saw, and whoever else is going to be with us tonight. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for connecting. We will get back to that. Okay, so we were in stereo here for a second. Okay, so the reason why we wanted to do this again is because a lot of things have actually changed ever since our last webinar, and that is that tourism is sort of back. That is, a lot of Europeans are now able to travel, which is fantastic. Betty is actually living in Istanbul. She's going to tell us a little more about that later on and about a few other things. But it's mostly Europeans traveling right now. Actually, my name is Katja Hensel. You can see my name down there. I am actually a tour guide myself. I am a business owner. I own a couple of agencies, and I'm also a business coach, a life coach, a motivational trainer. And I've been giving webinars for quite a bit now. We've actually started right after the lockdown started to give some support to people and so on. So today we're going to talk about the new normal for tourism professionals and future opportunities and virtual tours. So whoever is online now, please say hello to us. Type in the chat where you're from. Today, by the way, with StreamYard, it's a bit different from Zoom, where everyone could actually say hello live. So it's going to be Betty and I today. And we actually decided upon this because that way we could have more people joining us tonight. Okay, so I would like to start with a slideshow.
Perfect.
Okay, here we go. 1 second. So we need to connect. All righty. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Nope.
So in the meantime, we have not seen anyone writing down where you guys are from. I know we have visitors from Chile and also from Rome. So let's see. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Sorry, guys, it just takes a while to connect the slideshow. So here we go. The new normal for tourism professionals. Now, you have noticed that Europeans have been able to travel, especially the ones living in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. So the UK is open again. So travelers from the list of common travel area countries won't have to self-isolate for 14 days. This is actually a big plus, and it's wonderful for all of us in Europe to see UK people traveling again, and that's really, really wonderful. Then Italy, quarantine rule only for all those arriving from a non-EU nation. Free movement to and from EU and Schengen zone countries, including the UK, since June 3rd. And I have to say, guys, we have been touring. Actually, I was very started touring on June 1st already when the Vatican Museums opened. We have been touring with expats, and I actually wanted to show you. Obviously, we are very fashionable these days. You know, this is how the new normal will look. So you can either use these, or what I have also been doing, since, I mean, it sounds like I'm mumbling, what we also do is tour in all safety with our face shields. And you know, what I generally do, I actually have my mask, pull it down when I tour, and then I put the face masks on, so at least your clients can see you. Obviously, these get dirty quite quickly, so you also have those pretty ones where it says face shield. But you can even put your sticker on there. That's the good thing. Okay, so let's get back to Greece. Greece, it's mandatory that people actually sign up. There's a passenger locator form at least 24 hours before they arrive to Greece. Any passenger may be asked to undergo a test, but it's not mandatory anymore. That's the good news in Greece. They do random testing only. And if you are being tested, then you need to self-isolate at the address given on your form until you receive the results. They will be available within 24 hours. So Greece right now is actually a great place to visit because, I mean, random testing, as I said, and Greece has always been very, very safe. So after testing, you then need to isolate, as I said, and if the test results positive, the Greek authorities are likely to ask you to quarantine for 14 days. That's the down part of it. So Spain and France, no more quarantine, yay. So that's the positive note. Spain, a lot of Spaniards have been traveling to Italy and the other way around. Guys, we need to support each other, so why not actually travel to a European country? So Switzerland, all travel restrictions at the border with Italy will remain in place until further notice. But I mean, people from Switzerland have been traveling also quite a bit, apparently. So all foreign nationals still have to actually quarantine. Now, non-European travel restrictions. There are 15 non-EU countries on the safe list. And the safe list are countries that are not necessarily COVID-free, but they have less than 1,000 cases. And we're talking about Algeria, Australia, Canada, Georgia, Japan, Montenegro, Morocco, New Zealand, Rwanda, not so many Rwandans traveling right now, I guess, Serbia, South Korea, Thailand, Tunisia, and Uruguay. Unfortunately, I mean, I have to say, well, China is also on the list. That's not unfortunate. That's really great. Although they have to meet certain conditions. But what is unfortunate is that the US, Brazil, India, and Russia are still hurting very, very badly. So a lot of other South American countries, we know this, are still under COVID attack. And we're actually waiting and praying for everyone to get back to normal as soon as possible so everyone can travel in all safety. International travel restrictions. The new record high on July 15th in the US was 71,750 new cases. We just actually had a lady from Texas who booked like a massive amount of tours with us this year. That Texas is exactly where New York was 3 months ago, basically. So Americans are not allowed to travel to Europe as of the time being until at least early 2021. Canada, same thing, international travel ban effective until further notice. Then we actually have Australia. Non-essential travel outside Australia is still not allowed because they actually had severe cases in Melbourne. They actually had a whole outbreak, so they shut down the borders again to international travelers until the end of the year at least. New Zealand, non-essential travel is still not allowed, still closed borders. Long-term effects on our core clients in the world. Now, you all work with Americans, mostly with Australians, with Canadians, also with people from the UK, all of us who actually work with people who speak English. You know, travelers, as we just said, US, Canada, Australia are not allowed to travel outside their countries for many months to come. Unemployment in general, not only in the US, but also in Europe and all over the place, is actually going up, and survival is key. Travel is only going to be for a few. And people really try to save money. I mean, this is really the trend, that they try to wait and see what's happening. Travel will become luxury. Fewer people will be able to travel as the prices may go up. Low-cost airlines will be struggling and airfare will be higher. Even though I have to say Ryanair and a lot of the low-cost companies have been like pouring us, you know, I mean, they're like overflowing us with advertising and cheap flights right now, which is really, really great. So new rules at airports and during travel are very discouraging. 4 hours ahead, you need to be there. You have to have a mask, even during the flight, mandatory testing, quarantines, and so on. The fear is actually that high-risk patients and elderly will be avoiding travel. Fewer families with kids will not be traveling so much. Now, the real problem is, you know, I mean, I work mainly, my companies work mainly with families with kids, that people with small children, when they travel and they get on an airplane, the kids actually run a fever very, very quickly. And if one child runs even the slightest fever, then the entire trip is compromised, basically. And that is a big, big problem. Just imagine you book your hotel and your tours and the transport and everything else, then one child gets sick and you get sent back home, or you have to quarantine in the hotel for like 15 days. So people will be thinking about this. I have to say, we actually had a lot of tours. I mean, I'm talking about like 12 tours for now, ever since June. And the people who travel with kids do not seem to be that worried, but these are actually people living in Europe, and they travel mostly by car, not so much by train or plane or so. Okay, and group travel and group tours are allowed in some countries, but only very small groups. So the group size are 6, 8, 10, 12 at the very, very most. And domestic travel, Americans, Canadians, Australians will travel in their own countries, but not overseas. That is the trend that we actually have been seeing quite a lot, especially because Americans are not allowed to travel just yet. So Americans spend 3 times more on travel than any other country. So the travel funds will actually stay within the United States. We have said this before, but I'd like to reiterate this. And that is really what's hurting Europe. That's what's hurting South America and Saudi Arabia and many, many other countries so much, because Americans cannot travel. So all their funds stay within their countries until 2021, 2022. I actually wanted to give you an advice. If you are a travel agent, if you are a guide and you have direct private clients and so on, try to extend the period for the vouchers. If your clients have already paid, try to actually give them a voucher and extend it maybe to the end of 2022 or even 2023. A lot of our clients have actually appreciated that a lot, because we extended it to 1 year, and then they were so happy that we said, okay, it's going to be a 3-year period that you can travel for, and we actually keep your funds. So we keep your whole budget, and you can then just travel with your voucher and enjoy your full budget with us. So virtual tours, online classes, and online services are trending. That is the trend, and we need to get on it. How many of you, actually I have a question, how many of you who are listening are already thinking of doing virtual tours, or how many of you are already doing this? Hi guys, Bartek from Poland, Nikki, Chile, from Gisela, Argentina, hola, Marco from Bosnia. Wow, Gisela, hello again, and Andy from Florence. Hi, very nice to meet you guys. How many of you are already doing, oh, Khalid from Saudi Arabia, great to see you, Khalid. How many of you have already been doing virtual tours? Okay, 3 ski resorts in Argentina are open in August. Yay!
Super.
Okay, Bartek is from Poland, and he's actually did some virtual museum visiting. Okay, perfect. Grazia from Venice. Hi, Grazia. Ciao. Okay, wonderful to see you all. So we will be talking about virtual tours in just a little, just bear with us. Okay. Now, what will the world be like after coronavirus? Now, as you have all noticed, I'm sure you have all become techies and virtual reality pros and whatnot. So technology, digitalization, innovation are no longer an option or an optional. This is a must, and it's going to be a must from now on. Everyone needs to be online, and we, I would say, should actually not be online to waste our time, our precious time, but to monetize. So despite all the challenges, tourism is facing an opportunity to create new partnerships, market, and collaboration. Recovery will require the industry to adapt to the new conditions. So what we all need to do to actually face reality is to be out there. How? We will learn that in just a little bit. So agencies diversify or redesign their tour offer and experiences. A lot of agencies now do offer virtual tours. They have to attract new audiences online in a highly competitive environment, so they have to improve their online presence. Tourism professionals have to develop new skills, and businesses apply new strategies into their business models. We will also talk about that. While innovation and creativity will be valuable assets for all tourism operators, those that embrace technology will undoubtedly be one step ahead of the competition. So we need to all be out there and create some really great content and video. What will the world be like after coronavirus? Some more. Technology is changing. So is the world. Being online is a must. Video making is the present and will be the future. In fact, we will actually talk about that in a minute as well. Everyone is connected virtually. So 144 minutes a day it was in 2019, nearly 200 minutes a day in 2020. Guys, that's over 3 hours a day that people are connected. That's big. Flexibility. Oh, sorry. People must purchase most everything online these days. Flexibility will also be important as tourists are keen to keep control of their travel plans right up to the last minute. Actually, this is a very, very important fact, because in case, they need to change, everything will be kind of like Airbnb, Booking.com, where you can then cancel your trips last minute or last second, because whoever offers travel, cancellation policies like a month or a week before, they're not going to be competitive anymore. And that is a big, big problem, because just imagine, as I said, if a child runs a fever or an elderly person is not feeling well, they can't travel anymore, they need to be able to cancel last minute. And that is a big drama for hotels, for guides, for drivers, for everyone involved. So only who adapts will survive and strive. This is one of my favorite sayings ever since lockdown started. It's actually Charles Darwin who said this. It's not the strongest that will survive, but it's the most adaptable ones. And that should be us, every single one of us. Future opportunities. So the increased demand for virtual tours. According to the World Tourism Organization, with COVID-19, millions of people in quarantine have been seeking out cultural and travel experiences from their homes. Culture has proven indispensable during this period, and the demand for virtual access to museums, heritage sites, theaters, and performances has reached unprecedented levels. I was always against virtual tours, and it is really, really, really a winner. So the global VR market, virtual reality market, is estimated to grow substantially, 7.7 times more than in 2018. So now here I wanted to actually show you some examples of virtual tours that Irem, one of the ladies who works with me from Turkey as well, actually, but she's Turkish, she's not Mexican. Okay. So we actually have, let me show you this. This is a really fun tour in Prague. in Prague, and this is what shows on Airbnb. It's just a few seconds really, but I would like to share this with you. So hold on one sec. It's actually an Airbnb experience. If you were to create a video of your city, of a museum, of maybe even at home about like an artist or something, then what would happen, you would, hold on one sec, we're actually working on it. It's work in progress, but I wanted to share this with you because video is the future. You know, one of the Facebook representatives actually said that from 2021 on, it'll be mostly video. So no more written content. Okay, here we go. So take a look at this. This is actually a 20-second video snapshot about a virtual tour. So people are actually online and they're being walked through the city of Prague in the middle of the night. It's probably at like 3 in the morning because there's really literally no one there. People are really enjoying this. And the gentleman who's giving this tour is in a costume. And then down below you have someone who does the voiceover. Basically, he actually speaks. Okay, so one more time. Can you see the person down in the middle, down below with the headsets, the white headsets? He's the one giving us the opportunity, actually.
We can explore the city of Prague.
Okay, so that's perfect.
We will visit some of the most
Can we go back to the next one, please? Actually, the other one I wanted to show you because it's very intriguing. The pictures that you could see, this man with a bird mask on his head. Then I would like to show you this one, which is Caravaggio in Rome. I don't personally know the guide or this person who actually offers this, but you can see 5 pictures. Hold on, right here. You can actually see her name is Francesca as well. Yes, hosted by Francesca. And Francesca is just opening a book. She's in front of her computer, and then she sips her cup of coffee. There's no video content in this. Okay, and that's exactly the reason why I wanted to show you this. And I was on there the whole time, clicking, like looking for the video, and there is no video. And this makes it at least 300 times less active to people. So if you even a short video, I mean, how unattractive is this? To see a girl sipping her coffee in her kitchen. So nothing against Francesca, please. If you're watching Francesca, then please forgive me. But you know, we need video because it is really missing in this advertising here. Now, then we also have another one. Oh, this is Barry.
Hello.
Istanbul too. Hi, and this is actually the lady we have with us right now. Maybe we can show one of her videos very briefly. How about?
Which one shall we choose?
Okay, let's take the one where she actually has.
Maybe that one. Piece of Heaven.
78K. How about 78,000 views? That's big, Eddie. Okay.
Now we have to bear with the.
Okay, here we go.
Hi everyone. In today's video, we will show you what Istanbul looks like after the lockdown. Finally, after 2.5 months, we are able to come outside and we were able to come to the historical peninsula. And this is why we would love to show you what Istanbul looks like. And there is a lot of people outside. And what are the...
Okay. And we're actually seeing some of the market of the city. It's very intriguing. Okay. Okay.
It's so hot. Take it off when there is not much people around.
It's so difficult walking with mask on in this weather. But it's a must. We have.
No, say what did you just say?
It's so hard walking on the street with the mask on, especially with this hot weather. But we need to follow the rules. We have to wear it.
Okay, everything is closed in Istanbul still.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what? I have good advice for you. Why don't you buy yourself a shield?
back then,
Very
most
useful.
of stores unfortunately were closed. Right now, slowly, places are opening.
Oh, is this Hagia Sophia?
That's Hagia Sophia, the famous cat from the Hagia Sophia. Her name
Okay. Is that true that Hagia Sophia will actually be becoming a mosque again?
Yes, they already changed it into a mosque, and the first prayer will be taking place on July the 24th with the Friday prayer. The good thing, and this is a notice for everyone, the mosaics and everything will be untouched. They will preserve it exactly as it is. We don't have to worry.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I wanted to show you just another one very quickly that's not done very well. And that is actually in Athens. Okay, we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Doesn't really matter. So the reason why I wanted to show you some of those very quick, short videos, obviously Barry is very successful. She's a YouTuber. She has been doing this for only 1 year, and she has over 10,000 followers. And she's actually making money with this. So when you have 10,000 followers, then they will put advertising on your YouTube videos and you get paid, basically. Is that true, Betty?
That's correct. Basically, YouTube starts paying as soon as we get the 1,000 subscribers. After we get the 1,000 subscribers, then we have to get 4,000 hours of watching hours, and then we will start monetizing with advertisements, everything. So it's really worth it. I mean, as you previously mentioned, right now video is the future. So we need to adapt to the new normality. We have to start putting all our ideas together. And I know at the beginning it might be a bit frightening. Like most of us, we feel afraid of being in front of the camera. That is totally normal. But don't be afraid. You need to just go and do it, because I'm sure many of you have great ideas. Just don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Put your ideas together, and I'm sure you will have great content to show to people, especially right now. Most of us are visual people. If I have the opportunity of reading a blog or to watch a video, I will prefer watching a video right now, to be honest. Blogs aren't bad. I love them as well, but I prefer more the videos. So we need to adapt right now, and that's what people is looking for.
So can you, before we go on, can you tell us your secret? How did you actually get so many, without giving all your secrets away, obviously, so many followers in only 1 year? That's like amazing.
Thank you very much. To be honest, it wasn't easy at all. My husband and I, this channel, we are doing it, both of us together. And we are not just promoting only in one platform, in this case, YouTube. We also are using other platforms, for example, Instagram, in our niche, which mainly it's about Turkey and Istanbul. And also we have a Facebook page. Through that Facebook page, we also are posting in many groups about Turkey. Because right now, I don't know if many of you know, Turkey, it's getting very famous because of the Turkish series, especially in Latin America, in the USA, also in Arabic countries. So right now, people are eager to know more about Turkey because of the Turkish series. So they have created many groups about Turkey, traveling in Turkey, tips about Istanbul, many groups. So I have like 10 or 15 groups where I usually post my videos. Also Reddit, but try to focus on two main platforms. I will suggest Instagram and Facebook. And that's how it has worked for me mostly. And posting at least every week, once a week. That's the secret. We need to be consistent. Otherwise, YouTube, like the system, if you post 1 week and then 3 weeks you don't post and so on, the system immediately lowers like your views and your exposure to more audience. You need to be consistent every week, and very patient. We need a lot of patience.
Can I ask, Mary, who is your main target? Who is your main target? How did you find your main target? Because the target is the most important thing. No, it's more important than your message is actually your target. Because if you know who your target is, then you can throw the message out there, and you know exactly what your viewers would like to hear and would like to see.
Yes, definitely. We need to know exactly what kind of audience we are targeting to. And in this case, since my channel is more specialized in Istanbul, of course, all my audience, I try to target the audiences that are eager to travel within Turkey or Istanbul. So depending on your niche, you need to do a research in every platform, how many groups are outside where maybe you can get help from, and you can post your material as well there. And creating an Instagram account is also very helpful for you. Post regularly, show yourself, and not just pictures. Also, I will highly recommend you to also give little tips, like something interesting that will make your audience to stay with you. Not just like, oh, these are beautiful views from Hagia Sophia, for example. Give also like important tips, like how much is the fee to enter to that museum, the visiting hours, interesting facts. That will really make a difference for your audience.
That's great. Thank you. I also wanted to say a lot of people are kind of like a little hesitant to create videos themselves because they may actually, not be confident, may not have the self-confidence to stand in front of a camera. I mean, they don't mind standing in front of some clients, but if to be viewed by thousands of people, maybe. So what is the suggestion? I mean, there's also other ways. You can also do videos, maybe take a colleague who will talk, and then you do this together, and you film them. Or what you could also do, you can film something or some people, and then you do a voiceover. You actually only speak afterwards, and you do the voiceover afterwards. That's another option. So video making is very, very diverse. Does not mean that you need to be there with selfie, smiling into the camera, talking to yourself. Okay, there's a lot of different ways. And not everyone is as lucky as they have a husband who's a pro in videoing and editing and whatever. So,
and trust me, you don't need to be a professional to do this. I mean, my husband and I, we learned from zero. I mean, we started from scratch. He didn't know anything about editing. I was very bad at speaking in front of the camera. I'm an expert still because I'm still afraid of speaking in front of the camera, but I try to do my best. But I mean, just go to YouTube, get seminars, webinars. I mean, there are many options right now. I mean, you can really do it. You can learn easily. So don't be afraid. Just try to practice. With the time, you will get used to speaking in front of the camera. Also, for those who already have been following me, you have realized that I'm not too much in front of the camera. I mostly speak background because for the same reason that I'm not too used, but I try to mix it. Like sometimes I appear, sometimes I'm just in the background. You can just do the same. There are many options for you. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's actually great advice. Thank you so much. I'm going to run another quick video. It's just 20 seconds or so by you. True versus false, funny historic game. And this is just a short little video of a guy in Athens. We don't know him, even though we also run tours. My agency has tours in 15 European countries, and Athens is one of them, but I have never had the pleasure of meeting this guy. Maybe Betty, later on you can actually tell us what you think about him.
We don't pray to Zeus, we don't pray to Athena, we pray to the mothers. I just be open-minded, but this is too much.
So he's just sitting on a sofa, and oh, there we see him.
There he is.
So, okay, I don't know if these people are real or if they all have his friends he put there. So anyway, okay, that's it.
This is too much of finding.
Okay, so what do you think? What advice would you give to this gentleman, Daddy?
Definitely he's being creative, but
Yeah.
sometimes we cannot take it to the next level. Everything under moderation. Of course, there is audience for everyone and for every type of content. The only thing, just be yourself. I mean, I'm pretty sure you will find great audience for your content as well, and that's the advice I can give you.
Yeah. Authenticity. You know, I always say this,
Yes.
It's so important, not only as a guide or, you know, as a tour manager or whatever work you do. You know, when you work with the public, you need to be authentic, you know, because a lot of guides, especially when they start, you know, or even people who are in front of the video, they try to be someone else and it just so shows. So it's better to just be yourself. And it's even fun and funny and accepted by people when you make mistakes. You know, nobody's perfect, so we don't have to be perfect. We just have to, do a fun job and entertain people, basically. So I think that's the most important thing.
That's true.
When you're a guide, a video maker, or whatever. So video making, 50% of the total world population are active on social media. They're all social media users. This is the winning way of reaching your target and to sell your product or service. So choose to be the hero of your video, or do a voiceover, or have someone else be your voice. Think of your target before you start making the videos. This is what I said before, Berino and everyone else. First of all, we know who our target is. And once we know our target, then we can create the content. If you just create random content and you send it out there, you may not reach the right people and you may not reach anybody, you know? So that's very, very important to know your target. Captivate your audience with fascinating, fun, and interesting content and perfectly thought out scripts. Now, the video script, obviously you do quite a lot of improvising, no? I think. Or is it all written out and planned out?
Most of it is inside. The first thing we do is we go out to the location we have in mind. We get all the footage or everything. Then my husband, he will put it into a whole video. He will edit. After we have all the video, all the idea, then I start planning like all the script. We already have like an idea. But according to the footage, then I start preparing all the script, which also you can do that, or you can even do it backwards. If you have more experience in this, you can first do the script and then go and find the proper footage for that exclusive phrase or line or whatever. But in my case, I have found that it's easier that way for me. It works good for me like that. First, I prepare the video, my husband, and then I prepare all the scripts.
Okay, thank you. You know, I believe that it's very useful for a lot of people who've never done this to have a script beforehand, like who you are, what's your expertise, you know, who do you want to be the avatar for? Like, you know, who you want to be the hero for? Like, you know, what are you giving to people? What are the benefits of what you're giving them? What is your strategy behind it? So there's a whole, world out there about script writing. We'll talk about this in a bit. Now, make videos and build. Yes, I need it back. Sorry. Okay. Make videos and build and improve your online presence. You know, everyone right now, and this is the moment for whoever works with people or has a product, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. You have a service, you offer a service or a product. We need to have an online presence because our competition is very, very big and it keeps growing online. And if you're not online, you're going to be the last one in the row. So it is very, very important to actually get out there. If you're not out there yet, I mean, I know a lot of colleagues say, oh yeah, yeah, I wanted to actually create a website for myself, but I haven't gotten around to doing so. Or I wanted to, you know, even on a website, you need to have videos because that's the only chance to ever be on the first page, for instance. You know, this is how people will find you. Okay, so next. Okay, here we go. The world has become digital. Have you? How can you reach your target audience? Now, the total population, I have shown this slide before, but it's so important and really incredible. The whole total population of the world is 7.75 billion. Sorry, there's an L missing. Unique mobile phone users are 5.19 billion. That is incredible. Internet users are 4.54 billion, and active social media users are 3.8 billion. What does that mean? That means that we need to be out there, basically. So online video and other social media sells. Reports say that 90% of internet users aged 16 to 64 now watch online videos each month. Watch online videos, 90% of the people that are online also watch videos. Why? Because you're on Facebook and all of a sudden all those videos pop up. Watch vlogs. What are vlogs? Vlogs with video content, 51%. Listen to music on streaming services, 70%. Listen to online radio stations, 47%. Listen to podcasts. Many of you may not know what a podcast is. It's actually a radio show. I can recommend one podcast. Actually, Nikki Flo from Chile started one, a very successful, with tour guides and people from the world of tourism, like a couple of months ago. Nikki, are you still there? Say something. Maybe you can type in the name of your podcast so people can find you. Okay, next. Video is here to stay. YouTube is the second most popular website after Google. Very, very important. Users view more than 1 billion hours of video each day on YouTube worldwide. In 2020, 81% of businesses use video as a marketing tool. 55% view online videos every single day. 78% weekly. A Facebook executive, that's what I mentioned before, predicts that it'll be all video and no text by 2021. I think that may be a little early, but I'm sure by 2022, it'll all be video. Viewers retain 95% of message when they watch it, or the message when they watch a video, compared to 10% when they read it in a text. So this is exactly what you were saying before, Barry, no? If someone reads a blog, he will retain 10% and it'll all go in and out. If you watch a video, because it's visual, it'll stay with you. 90%, 95% actually will stay with you. 72% of customers would rather learn about a product or service by way of video. That's massive. Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's incredible. So powerful reasons to use video marketing. It's only 6 because I abbreviated it to really only the very important ones. A website is 53 times more likely to reach the front page of Google if it includes a video. So what does this mean? Everyone needs a website with video content. Including a video on your landing page can boost your conversion rate by up to 80%. Wow. Video increases organic search traffic on a website by 157%. Organic traffic. Do you guys know what that means, organic traffic? That means people, you're not even advertising and people just find you like that. Adding videos to your email can increase click rates by 300%. Now, behind it in the bracket, you can actually see where we got the information from. 64% of consumers will make a purchase after watching branded videos on social media platforms. And video is expected to make up 82% of internet traffic by 2021. So, not yet. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about, actually, Barry. Tell us a little more about how you got started. When you got started, was it like you woke up one morning and you said, oh, I need to do this? Or did you actually see someone doing this who was successful and you liked it, or how did this get started? I know you travel, so this is probably one of them.
My husband and I, we had it in mind for over a year back then. We started just a year ago, actually in July. It was recently our anniversary, our first anniversary. But before that, we were thinking about that. Oh, should we open a YouTube video or something? But to be honest, I wasn't confident enough. As I mentioned before, I was frightened to be in front of the camera, speaking to many people, and afraid of criticism as well, like other people to be just criticizing and so on. One day, then thanks to my brother, he was coming from Mexico to visit me here in Istanbul. So we were going to pick them up to the Istanbul New Airport. So my husband just said, we were there already. You know what? Let's film a video about the Istanbul airport, how they can go to Sultanahmet, to the city center, and so on. So I said, okay, let's do it. We didn't have a camera back then. I just have my iPhone 6s Plus, which, by the way, you don't need a super expensive equipment. You don't need it either. And later on, if we have the opportunity, I can tell you about that as well. And that's how the idea came up. Later on, my husband came home. We started editing everything. That's our first video in our channel. And that's how
it's the merit of your husband who actually said, hey, let's do this. That's awesome. That's very spontaneous.
Very spontaneous.
Very nice.
I was already in many groups from Facebook as well. And many people were asking, how can I go from the airport to here? Or what can I see in Istanbul? And I always love giving tips to people. So many of my friends also were telling me, Betty, you should open a YouTube channel or something. They kept telling me. But I said, okay, I'll think about it. And finally, that moment was the time when we said, okay, let's do it. But it wasn't that moment.
And we actually need to say, Betty, when she moved to Istanbul a few years back and got married to her husband, she started off being a teacher. You were a teacher, you were not a guide of any sort. So that's even more reason why the guides and tour managers that are here should actually say, wow, you know, she's not even a guide. And you know, like, when she talks about the cities that she travels to, the places that she travels to, which is wonderful. Now, that's really, really great. So how many of you, the ones who, all of our audience here, how many of you actually like to think about making a video? And who's hesitant? Can you type that into the chat if you are interested in learning more about, you know, making videos? Maybe you can type it into the chat. In the meantime, I wanted to actually tell you that we are, where is this? Okay, it's not really working. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So we have some upcoming classes. Okay, upcoming classes. There you go. You can just put all up. So we actually have upcoming classes, and that's how to write a video script that sells for only 29 euros, and that is actually tomorrow at 6 p.m. Then we have how to make videos and also how to edit videos. We did not put the prices up because we also have packages that make it very inexpensive. And we will also have social media courses for YouTubers, you know, for how to make YouTube videos and how to edit it and how to do whatever. And that's going to be with Betty. And we also have Facebook, Instagram, and also LinkedIn, how to use LinkedIn to actually put your presence out there and, you know, become famous, just like Betty Romo. And not only. So basically, this is what we have going on. And, you know, script writing, as we said, is just so fundamental, because if you don't have the script in mind, if you don't have your audience, first of all, and you don't know what you're going to say, obviously it's going to be very, very hard to make a video. So we have the book for you on how to teach you a step-by-step system of how to create every single video in the same way, basically. So you actually, tell us who you are, where you come from, what you do, the benefits, a strategy, and so on. Obviously, that is different if you don't sell a product or a service. You don't really sell a product or a service. You just have a YouTube channel and you tell people about the splendors of the world while you're traveling, which is quite different, no? You just put an image basically in your YouTube videos, which is completely different. But many of you may actually have a service that they sell or even a product, So it's three different things. But there are very, very vital scripts for you to learn a step-by-step program of how to write your script for videos that sell. Then how to make videos. How to make videos is really also divided up in three parts, because it's either you with your selfie stick, or it's just like Betty with her husband taking the videos and she can move around freely, or you may actually also either interview someone, or you may take a video of people or of a place. And then later on, we edit the videos. Video editing is not for everyone, and it's a lot of work, actually, right? I mean, your partner, your husband learned the hard way, as you said.
Yes.
Actually, I have a video maker at home. And,
but it's not for everyone. I have tried it, and no. I mean, many people as myself, we might need these courses. So if you are like me, anti-technology, and you cannot edit, definitely you have to take these courses, because they are difficult, to be honest. I just don't understand that.
But you know what? I think if you're anti-technology, then it's probably better to just find someone to do it for you.
Exactly.
Who's taking the course or who's taking the course already. There are systems, there are ways, there are actually programs that are quite easy, and obviously it is all about putting a voiceover up afterwards, how to cut a video, how to find royalty-free music you don't have to pay for, or how to find music that you actually have to pay for, how to put special effects up, and so on. But the video class is also going to be very interesting, because we teach you which microphone to use, which stabilizer for the camera, then how the light needs to be, where to find the right light, which time of day, and whatnot. So, I mean, it's very, very complex, and gives you a lot of input and a lot of advice and stuff like that. So, in any case, you can find a lot of the stuff on YouTube. On YouTube, there are a lot of YouTube channels, but we have actually put a really, really great, whole course system together, where it's all one package of script writing, of how to make videos and how to edit videos, which I think is very, very complete, because you find a YouTube video here, this thing, then about the other thing, but maybe it's not as complete as this. So in any case, tell us a little more about what you're going to be doing next. I know you just went to Antalya, to the coast, the Turkish coast, Betty.
Yes.
And you just did a video there. I saw one of your videos, and that is actually in Athens as well, no?
Yes, we just came back a few days ago from Antalya. We were traveling there for almost 2 weeks. And right now was like, it was a bit different, kind of a bit different travel, because usually to those who have been to Antalya, Turkey, probably is one of the most touristic places in Turkey. So usually that area is crowded and packed, especially during this time with foreign tourists. This time it was almost that. I mean, it was sad seeing the place like that. Not too crowded, just maybe during the weekends when the Turkish locals, the Turkish tourists were camping or doing picnics around the areas. Other than that, it was almost empty. That's why, but right now I have to tell you something, that Turkey, if you want to travel to Turkey, Turkey is open to tourism right now. You don't need a 14-day quarantine before entering to the country. You can do it. Just your temperature will be taken upon arrival, and we have also some thermal screens. That is it. Turkey doesn't have a lot of restrictions. Of course, wearing at all time the face mask in Istanbul, especially, and the big cities, even in outdoor places, not only indoor, also outside. It's a bit difficult.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Are they allowed? Do they allow face shields?
Yes, definitely. Also, those shields, if you feel more comfortable with those ones, you can wear them, or the face mask if you cannot find them. Here also, if you forgot to bring some from your country, also here in Turkey, there are many places where they are selling those ones, or the normal face masks. So you just need to take into consideration those things before coming to Turkey.
I think you should all actually watch one of Barry's videos of Istanbul, so you're all excited to be visiting her. It's beautiful, especially now. It's not crowded, no? I mean, I have been touring Rome, and it's just so empty. It's almost very sad. For whoever is coming right now, it's absolutely beautiful, you know? I mean, the Vatican museums, I was one of 3 guides the other day. At the Roman Forum, the Colosseum, I was one of 2 guides. I mean, that's unheard of and unprecedented, but it is beautiful for whoever travels right now. So we really, really need to have people come over and enjoy, especially this time as well. Guys, I wanted to thank you very, very much. I wanted to give you our website, no, not our website, our email address, which I just posted down here, info@auracoachingacademy.com. That is actually where you can get more information in the event that you're actually interested in any of the upcoming workshops. They're all going to be lasting, the one tomorrow is an hour and a half, and then we have the other ones that are 2 and 2.5 hours. Because it takes a little longer to actually learn how to edit and how to make a video and so on. So if you're interested and you have not actually signed up for the video, but you have watched it on Facebook Live or whatever, then feel free to drop us a line, to drop us a note. Betty, why don't you actually type in your YouTube channel so people can go see it? Okay, that'd be really, really wonderful. And
Istanbul tips. I send it through the chat. You can see it there. Anything you need about Istanbul, mainly Istanbul, but also which we are traveling now more within Turkey. Anything you need, even how to go to any place you want, you will find everything there in our channel. Okay.
You can ask Betty in Spanish because she's Mexican.
That's
or
true.
In English or in Turkish.
Or in Turkish even, with my broken Turkish.
Yeah, I'm very impressed that you speak Turkish. That's like, wow. Okay. Wow, that's such a hard language. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. I hope this was useful, and I do hope that travel will be back rather sooner than later. Let's all keep our fingers crossed that Americans stay home and wear masks, and that they are safe so they can travel again very, very soon. And also the rest of the world, like Australia and South America especially, and Saudi Arabia and so on. So thank you to everybody. Grazie mille, muchas gracias. Un besito. A kiss to everybody. And I do hope to see you very soon again. And stay tuned. There's more coming. Okay. Bye-bye, Betty. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye. Adios.
Adios. Hasta luego.